Nico, everybody come to the dance floor.
Runescape via Jagex. Okay, this is the evolution of combat after it's been updated, you know, from regular Runescape. I'm definitely enjoying it now that I understand it, and I just wanted to give you guys a few pointers. First, I'm gonna start with the spell book. No longer is it a spell book. It's actually called an ability book. In it, you'll notice that you have melee, ranged, mage, defense, slash, a hit points option. With that, each one pertains to each, you know, little symbol. Now, instead of the teleport being just, you know, you go to your little mage thing and you click the H, well, now you click the H and then you have to go down here to this H and click it in order to teleport, you know, to the lodestone networks. Any other time, you know, you can just select your teleport as usual if you have the runes available. Now, instead of needing multiple runes to cast spells, like 3 runes for instance for each spell, it's definitely a lot less than it used to be, but it tends to be more runes. For instance, this air surge air spell, it's 5 air runes, but it's no other runes available for it. I mean, like, it only applies for 5 air runes. You only need 5 air runes to cast, which is pretty awesome because I have this mind spike, which comes in very handy. It's actually a staff, if you didn't know what a mind spike was, but you can use your right click option on it and click change element, like so, and then you have the 4 main rune types: air, water, earth, and fire. All you have to do is click whichever one you want, and there you go, your staff is air, or fire, earth, or water. With that, now I don't have to carry around as many runes, and honestly, these runes in my inventory, they're there for no reason other than stupidity, because I was learning myself today. I played the evolution of combat when it first started out, and I've learned a lot since. But here's just the gist of it. With each style of combat, you have abilities. In order to learn the abilities, the quickest way I learned and the easiest way I learned was to take all of my abilities, drag and drop them over here on this bar in order, like so. Even if they're light or they're dark, drop them down there, and then you can go back through and see how long, you know, how long the restoration time for each one is. I learned that with these, some of them only work in regular combat areas versus multi-combat and the wild. The best way to find out is to just drag all of the colored ones first, and then go back and drop all the other ones last in the order that it appears they need to be in. For instance, this one is a threshold ability. It's called detonate, and what you do when you use detonate, which you have to make your agility bar go up for that. In order to make your agility bar go up, you have to kill stuff and use your abilities. If you use your abilities, it goes a lot quicker, but it'll shoot this little yellow bar all the way, eventually all the way to 100%. And at 100%, you can use the best ability you have available, which is the ultimate abilities. With the ultimate abilities, such as this one, Tsunami, it takes 60 seconds to rejuvenate or restore, and then you could select it again. Just like any other combat, you have to wait for your spell to rejuvenate or restore. Some such as these, like the one select, like this too, and all these lit up ones, all of these are almost instantaneously restored. This one takes 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 15, and 10. So this one right here is going to be your main spell regardless, because it only takes 3 seconds to restore, which you can't hit but so many times and, you know, one attack. So this one's going to be the one you use the most. And while you're waiting for your bigger ones to restore, you're going to be pressing, you know, your little 15-second one, and then after you hit your 15, you're going to want to hit the next 15, and then the one that takes longer after that. And eventually you'll end up toward the main ones, which are your biggest abilities, your ultimate abilities. And in that, you can do one huge attack that drains all your power but does ultimate damage. Also, if you're out there and you're trying to gain more XP than you usually do, what you can do is you can use your abilities to go all the way up to your maximum adrenaline. And once you're at maximum adrenaline, which I'm going to use a mage, I'm sorry. Come on. Once you're at maximum, as long as you keep going, your spells will be very, very powerful. The higher your adrenaline, the better your spells.
Everybody come to the dance floor. Yeah.
You'll notice this in a second. I'm You see how I just the spells keep getting stronger as you attack, and basically this will help to affect your other spells too. A lot of stuff has changed, such as your ability to wield a staff and a shield at the same time. I think all staffs are two-handed now instead of single-handed, which, I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing. They're more powerful, some of them, but now the wands and the mage books tend to be more defensive instead of attack-worthy, but the staffs tend to be more attack-worthy than defensive. Which, I mean, it's a little weird, but whatever. Anyways, this is how you reach your regular spells. You go to your mage or your ability book, then you go to the mage section. Your little mage hat over here will access your abilities. This right here will access your main spells. This will access your home tellies. And these are basically your alchemist spells and like enchant and things like that. If you have any questions, just don't be afraid to ask in the comments. Best advice I have for you is just go for it. Try it out yourself, and you know, they do have a thing up for you, which it's called the Combat Academy. All you have to do is go to this question mark and click Go to Academy. It'll take you right there. And go through it a couple times. If you don't learn it the first time, do it a second time. If you don't learn it the second time, well, I have no idea what to tell you, but this is all I have to offer you right now. And if you have any questions, just post them in the comments, message me, and well, you have my Runescape username. You can type that in and ask me, but please don't spam me too much. Alright, thank you.
Run it back, down to your